I just wanted to do a quick check-in with folks and see how people are doing this evening. So it's not going to be super long because it's already 10:14 over here, but I didn't get to see y'all's today, so I was just like, it's funny because I originally said I was switching down to only coming on every 2 days or every 3 days, but you know, y'all are wonderful. So I'm like, well, it's been a long day, but I'll still check in for a little bit of time. So yeah, Kimura girl, it is late. I mean, late for me. Maybe not late for other folks, but late for me. Oh, are you waking up? What time are you at again? Are you 2 or 3 hours ahead of me? Oh, okay. Felicia, I actually don't have Bridgerton playing right now. Kind of making me feel convicted that I should turn it on. But it's over there, and my background. I'm hiding my background, but it's a mess back there. Like sometimes I try to remind myself not to like bend down or move to the side too much, because then you'll see how much of a mess it is back there. Oh, so you're the same time as me, more of a girl. Hey Tanya C. Um Y'all's, you know how that there's the picture of Nicola wearing that drink your milk. Is it drink your milk shirt, right? And well, good job, Felicia. That's what we need. I'm watching episode 4 for the millionth time. We need that. But yeah, so then you know how oh, is it Sharon? Sharon's been doing those photos to try to show like the picture, like the sunglasses situation. Y'all's, I'm trying so hard to see that. I mean, like, there's so many things that she's providing as like counter, like not counter, but like trying to compare it. And I am like, why can I not? Why can I not tell? I guess okay, okay, y'all. So yeah, the only one that I did see something is on one of the sunglasses where like they like drew a circle around the head. I was like, okay, I can see the head there. There, but not the other side of the sunglasses. The other sunglasses that has supposed to have so much more like his necklace, not necklace, bracelet, silver bracelet, and his arm and all this stuff. I'm like, I cannot see it. I'm like, I cannot. But the other one I could see, and that one I will say, the other picture of the one side of the sunglasses, I'm like, okay, I can see a person's head who has short dark hair. So that's probably the most convincing one where I'm like, okay, I can see a head with short dark hair. I guess that could be Luke, you know, but there's other people with short dark hair. And is his hair that short right now? I don't even know. But the other side of the sunglasses, I'm like, I cannot see it. I can't. So I don't know. Oh, Martha says this evening I was able to finally see. Oh, really? Okay. Okay, so folks are saying, let's do a quick poll. I just want a quick poll from folks. Do you see the things in the glasses? If no, choose red. If yes, choose blue. Because it's not that I don't want to see anything. I just don't see anything. Except on that one side. So I don't know. There's one section I can see the head, but I don't see the other portion. Ooh. The ones that can see stuff, can you tell us how did you get to see it? Like, did you see it immediately or did you see it out? Oh, it's pretty split. Oh, this is pretty split. It is 50-50 right now. Okay, now it's back to seeing it. Okay, so, okay, I need to know from people who have ended up seeing it, like, what did you always see it? Or did you just look at it for as long as possible and eventually it did show up for you? Because I'm like trying. I would like to see it. I would like to be right there with you. Okay, it's pretty even for the most part. 14 people didn't see it. 16 people said they have. So the rest that didn't vote probably haven't even. Oh, okay. Well, okay. It's now 16, 17. Okay. Thanks, Jenny. So, Yeah, so Flower with Stars and Cozy Cat didn't see it either. Okay, I'm going to go down to the bottom just in case some folks told us what they did to find it. Sarah, seeing what just got here. In the sunglasses that Nicola was wearing for that drink your milk one. Okay. Kimorova girl said when you zoom in. Okay, I zoomed in. Like I'm still not. I need to change the contrast or something? Well, okay. Melinda said I only saw it on others' posts and not when I looked, but I think they mess with contrast. Okay, so it is sometimes contrast. Thanks, Anna or Anna. Sarah Beth says I think I manifested it after staring at it like a magic picture. Rena said, girl, I had to change the contrast, brightness, and other things to see it. Okay. Do you have a final version of that after you change the contrast, the brightness? Like, do you have a version of that I could see? So you could see it after you did all that. Susan said the longer I looked at it, the more I saw it. Okay. Cecilia said I couldn't see it at all, but when people started to point the frame out, then I saw it. Okay. Ashley said, I feel like the more I search for something in the glasses, the less I understand. That's probably me too. Thanks, Karen. KB24 said side and other posts. See, this the thing. Like there were posts that like circled things. They're like, there's the head and there's the arm and there's this. And I'm like, I see none of it. I did see it on the one side where they're like, this is a head with that one I saw. Thank you, Sarah Beth. The one with the head with the short dark hair. I did see that, but I did not see on the other the other picture. I mean, the other side of this glasses. Tanya C, like I could see a head, but nothing else. Okay, it's same deal with me, Tanya C. I could see in one side of the glasses a head, and it's definitely short dark hair. Okay, Carmen said I saw Black Tank and Luke. Okay, Carmen's like, look, definitively, not even a question in my mind. That Black Tank and Luke. That's what I saw. Oh, wow. YC said my husband saw it and I didn't. Why is that convincing to me? Because maybe it's convincing to me that your husband saw it because it felt like you're saying, like, look, your husband probably doesn't have skin in the game here. It's not like your husband wants to see it. The fact that your husband could see it without any like internal desire to necessarily see it, that gives me hope. Like, I'm like, if your husband could see it, maybe I could just try a little harder here. I could just try a little harder. Jenny said, check Lauren's post. I wonder if I've seen Lauren's post. Is Lauren's post one of the ones where they circle things and tell people where to look? Because that didn't help me as much as I was wishing. Rena said last night I created outline, the head, arms, tank, etc. Okay, I'm interested, please. I need to see this. Karen said I had to look at it and go look at something else and came back then I saw it. Okay. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. IAEO 21 says, my Delulu mind saw it. The Green Bird Brigade said, I have tried so hard to see it. I do think I see a man. I had to make a lot of changes to it. Yeah, I definitely do see in one of the glasses, the left side of the glasses, definitely a man's head. I mean, I guess I can't say definitively it's a man's head. I just can definitively say it's someone with short dark hair that looks very close to their head. So, I mean, but I can't necessarily assume gender in the picture, but it seemed like definitely short dark hair. Let's see. Cal said the green blanket just throws me off. Green blanket? There was a blanket? Or what? Did I miss it? Posy Cozy Cat said people actually say they can see a bracelet. A silver bracelet, yeah. Andrea, an arm. I will say that's hard. The Green Bird Brigade said, I will say that it is harder to see the more you look. Karen said, I saw a head with glasses. Oh, that's another thing. I may have seen did I see that the person had glasses? Maybe. I forgot already, but I just remember seeing one and I was like, yeah, I can see that. Thank you, Susan. Then saw the bracelet. Missy Alley said, she knows we would be studying those sunglasses. Sometimes they just wear those sunglasses for that very purpose, maybe. No, just kidding. Posy Cozy Cat said, same, just the head. Beautiful Fairy, it seems to depend on what they're trying to show, because one had rectangular sunglasses on him. Oh, interesting. So it's sometimes like, if somebody tells me that they hear something, that my brain sometimes ends up looking for that sound. But sometimes, no matter what, people like, I don't know. Ashley said, nah, because even if they trace it out, I still don't see it. It's like not anatomically possible. I mean, well, that kind of did happen a little bit with some photos, like where people circled things and this is where you're supposed to see this and this. And I'm like, I see none of that. I'm trying so hard. That's kind of the same way when people would sometimes hear things in clips and I'm like, I don't hear it. And I want to hear it because it would be amazing if I did hear it, but I can't pretend that I did hear it when I don't. That's why when the Modiste scene happened and I heard him say Nicola so clearly, I screamed as loud as I could in the privacy of my own home because I was like, oh my word, finally I hear something. And I know I hear it without a doubt. And that was a very exciting moment for me. And then it turned out everybody else heard other things aside from the Nicola thing. Okay. Cal said they did notice the silver bracelet. Oh, the Greenbird Brigade. Okay, see, when the Greenbird Brigade changes mind, I'm like, okay. After adjusting brightness, contrast, etc., it does look like it could be Luke to me. Okay. Jessica said, yeah, to be honest, it gave me Luke vibes too. I mean, and Carmen said, it's him, girl. Carmen is resolute. I will say that, Luke can take good photos, I think. Possibly, probably. Posy Cozy Cat said it reminds me of those 3D paintings back in the 90s. Sophie said, I don't see it, but I just paste Luke's photo on it, then sleep in peace. Sarah says, I just don't see it. The Greenbird Brigade said, let's just say it's him until proven otherwise. Leisha said, all the men see it. Okay, but since Flower with Star says her husband might be a Nicola girly too. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, Amy says she just sent me a really good one. Okay, good to know. Okay, so some folks sent me stuff. Okay, good. Because I really do want to see it. I mean, y'all, I will do a story. I will be giddy if I do see it because I'm trying. Sarah Beth said, I thought it would be funny to just Photoshop Luke's face in the glasses. LOL. I think I actually saw somebody do that. Flower with Star said, I don't know. I don't think it's Luke, but I'll let my Delulu win and say it's him. Sarah says, someone said they see someone holding an actual camera and not a phone. I can actually believe that because I felt like it was blocky, if that makes sense. Posy Cozy Cat said, did you see the ears with the head, though? Because I did. They were pointy ears, in my opinion. I mean, I can't remember. I genuinely can't. I would have to relook at it. Leisha said, I sent you the new girl lit theory with in real life evidence. I don't. Lit theory? Oops. Shelly said, and the sunglasses are obvious. Oh, gosh. Once people say something's obvious and I can't see it, I feel like, why can't I see it? Beautiful Fairy said, yes, someone saw the same blanket in a different pic with Jake and dog. Okay. The Greenberg Brigade said someone said the bracelet is one given to him by Nick, but I don't know where that came from. Okay. Posy Cozy Cat said it looks different every time I look. Sheeby said, do we already know whose backyard it was? I mean, I was a little nervous that people were going to try to find, like, where have I seen that building? Because, like, right when you could see, like, the buildings, I don't know if I can't remember if it was, like, in the reflection or if there was somewhere else, or maybe it was just the background of the picture. I was like, oh my word, I bet you people are going to try to reverse photo that thing. The Greenberg Brigade said it's easier to see when it's less zoomed into me. It pixelates when you zoom too much. Oh, that's a good suggestion. Alicia said we're better than the FBI. Well, I guess it was her yard, people are saying. Alicia said you heard him say her name. Yeah, in the Modiste scene. I did a whole live on it, but that was the one live that I did keep private. And just gave people links to it that had been on the call. But yeah, it was if you look at, is it Christelle? Is that her name? She is, I mean, that's a reminder to me to do another batch of, like, follow some of my friends kind of things maybe tomorrow, and she'll probably be one of them. But she does, like, she did the edits of, like, just the scenes without the music, and you could hear very distinctly Nicola, and I screamed. I mean, it was one of the few moments where it was so clear. And I just, the reason I screamed even more, I mean, I screamed the first time I heard it, but I screamed again was because I literally closed my eyes and I was just like, let me see if I really heard it. Because then there would be no visuals to give me a tip off of when it's happening, Because if you know where it is, you can kind of make it sound like, you can make yourself think that you heard something because you're just expecting it to happen at a particular time. So I remember closing my eyes and it was so clear as day to me. And I was just like, oh my word, he really said Nicola. The Greenberg Brigade said, yeah, if I see it, I see it, because I'm a skeptic. Yeah, I remember you saying that to me, Greenberg Brigade. I know I'm behind y'all. Y'all might be like, look, Phoebe, you're so behind. I know. I know I'm behind on messages. There's like 48 new messages right now, so I know. Melinda says it's definitely a Lukish figure. Karen said people were saying she was wearing boy boxers. Okay, people. Now everybody's like, she's wearing everything that's his. Alicia says $55 to men's boxers. 55. How do y'all know it's the $55 men's boxers? Y'all's too much. You are better than the FBI, because what in the... Thank you, Rochelle. Let's see here. I to CHELLE Bird. No, I have not heard anything about Luke, but usually I try to just keep to whatever Luke provides us on his page. Which I know is not much, which I actually has given me peace. Melinda, she does have one, we all know. Wait, she does have one, what? I must have missed it. Andrea said, I think it is Jake. Possibly. I mean, they are friends. I know people keep saying that he's more, but there are reasons why people don't think that's actually the case. And he is dating someone else. Alicia picking lint off. Oh, okay. Melinda said I didn't see any glasses in the reflection. Okay. Oh, Posy Cozy Cat said I heard that from Caroline's live as well, that Nick bought Luke a bracelet. Yeah, everybody's saying it's Nicola's yard. Yeah, if somebody gives me one that I'm convinced I can finally see it, I'll share it. Maybe I need to do my own contrasting stuff, and if I do my little own drawing, if I can see it. I mean, I would love to see what y'all are seeing. Bethany said, compare the building reflection with the one behind Luke and the choose love shirt pic. Posy Cozy Cat said it looks the same from our housewarming photos a while back. Retta Lou said, I just looked and I didn't zoom in as much. And Philip says, how long have y'all been in here? Okay. Okay, more of a girl. I'm glad you said 15 minutes because I'm like, I actually don't know. So, okay. 15 minutes. So, I've been here since 10:20. That's good. Oh, wait, no. Wait, hello. I forgot. I'm so behind. So, when you said 15 minutes, it probably was some other time. I don't even know. Oh, no. Linda said, well, Linda thinks that he says, oh my God, instead of Nicola. Nah, like I'm telling you. I mean, unless we're talking about a different spot. It was definitely Nicola. It was like not even a doubt. Like there's very few ones that I have like zero doubt on, and that was zero doubt. Like for me, at all. Like that. There's the one thing that I knew I heard, and that like my heart like leapt the minute I heard it because I'm like, dang. Leisha said, "Is Luke not following AN anymore?" Or are you talking about the assumed girlfriend? Because or an aunt, like is Luke not following Anne anymore on IG, or he never did? I don't know who following who. Oh, okay, so it was the assumed girlfriend. Yeah, he has followed her in the past. I don't monitor any of those things, so I don't actually know. But it seems like somebody said he's still following the person. Felicia said you should post that video in the Discord. I want to hear it. I can tag you. Message me after, like, and as a reminder for me to tag you on that actual video, because I try to send people to the actual creator as much as possible so that they can get the views for their work. So, send me a message to remind me and I'll tag you in it. If you're taggable. If you're not taggable, then I will try to send it to you, like give you a link to it. Hi, Jess. Okay, I'm 51 new messages behind. Okay. Shelly said if it's at her house, they are hers, not his. Hi, Angela. Sarah Beth says we were doing late night research last night. Felicia said they want to buy the boxers. Karen says some people were saying it was Luke's shirt that has a stain on it. I mean, what is the stain? Elliot said $255 shirt plus $55 boxers. You know what's so wild to me? To me, that is like the wildest. Like, to me, that is so expensive. A $255 shirt and 55 boxers. I know $255 for like is a charity. I know that somebody said like it was $295 or something much higher than $255 or something the day before, and I was like, what? That is like wild to me. And yet, for some reason, my brain does not compute spending food on money on food as the same thing. Like, I can drop that much money easily on some big, sushi endeavor, and I would not think twice about it. Well, I mean, that is a lot even for sushi, but still. Trish says we've got detectives among us. That's so true. The Green Bird Brigade said they are women's boxers from Hey Hermans. You can Google them. My word. I love it. I love how y'all like fact checking. That's my people. Fact checking. Fact checkers. That's the way it should be. Elliot says expensive attire. Yeah, really expensive. Angela said, are we talking about vitamin D day? Pray tell. Well, I mean, I'm obviously way behind. I don't know. Rena, are you still in the space? Rena, if you are in the space, can you pin acknowledgement that you're still in the space, and then pin acknowledge that you can pin other people's messages if I need to read something that's actually further like on. I don't know if you're still here though. It's kind of late. B-Ton Fangirl 33 said, I finally caught a live. Yay, I'm glad you caught a live. I mean, this is going to be a short one anyway because it's kind of late for me over here. I'm not even sure. Oh, you're here. Okay, perfect. So if you see anything you think I should read, just pin it. Because I'm so behind. It's 62 new messages that I haven't looked at. Sylvia, I wish I could read what you said, but I mean, I can try, but I'm not good. I don't know if it says A, not comparing. Para mi tengo. Oh, siempre mi tío. Oh, my word. My Senora Arnold would be like very shaking her head at me. Like, it should not be this. And plus, I'm Filipino, so some of my language, like, some of Tagalog is like, has some of that, but then I also forgot my language. I mean, not forgot it, like, lost it. I have, like, receptive, what do you call it? Receptive bilingualism, which is, like, a lot of things with immigrant kids where you can understand how to, like, you can understand the language, but you can't speak it yourself. But I'm butchering that. I am so sorry, Sylvia. Julia said Jake who? I don't remember. Oh, Jake Dunn, that's right. Her friend Jake Dunn. Miss R said it's hard to see, honestly. Marie says, I saw my dwindling sanity reflecting in her sunglasses. Okay, Angela said, I think Nicola edited her glasses so no one could identify her reflection. You think so? I mean, how do people do that? Let's see here. Beautiful Fairy said that means the sound guys know what's up. Oh, yeah. I do think that part of the reason why we saw so many of the cast and crew and production, I mean, is that still crew? I don't know. But all of the folks, like, seemingly, like, rooting for Luke and Nicola is because I do think they've seen some stuff. I do think they've seen those chemistry. And even if they don't think that Luke and Nicola have been fully aware of how they feel about each other, like, they see it, you know? Felicia said, I know Nicola thinks everyone is insane for investigating her glasses and shorts. Tam Spin said, which scene was that? The Modiste scene? That's the scene where Colin finds Penelope at the Modiste and was like, they have that whole thing, and she's like, I love you, or something like that, and then they get up on the door. That one. I'm such a bad explainer of things. Sorry about that. That was my poor attempt. Leisha says, repeat how he said it. He says he never calls her by her full name. LOL. This is true. And that's something that somebody brought up when we first brought up the fact that he said Nicola. But I actually have heard him call her Nicola. Now, she prefers Nick because she did a pouty face the time that he called her Nicola in an interview. But what we said is, like, it's in the heat of the moment. And Nick is too much of a, I think that's too much of a friend, but not a friend buddy, because obviously it's nice to have a nickname. But there's something more, I wouldn't say it's necessarily more sensual, but I kind of, to say Nicola instead of like Nick. So, Corgi. Thank you, Susan. That's my favorite. I literally get giddy over Corgi because it does this little butt shake and it's so cute. Oh my word, it's 78 new messages. Sorry. Jen, there is a reason why the cast is sure of their feelings. Yeah. Thanks, Angela. Sarah said, Caroline said Luke followed Jade up to 4 months still after they broke up. Yeah, well, I mean, they didn't even announce their breakup until months later. That's why I thought they broke up in March. Because he didn't, he didn't, like, well, I just thought once they announced it, that was when it happened. But people were like, no, it happened. Their actual breakup happened way before they officially announced it to the world. Andrea, does Luke follow any of his exes? Absolutely stinking not. He does not anymore. I mean, even though it does, I guess it took him a while. The thing is, it may have taken him a while to, I guess my question around what Caroline said about it took 4 months for him to unfollow Jade, was that, did he unfollow her at the time that the official announcement was made? Or did he keep following her even after the official announcement was made? Because I would think that would be interesting. Like, which 4 months? The 4 month, because they did break up for months before the actual announcement, I think. So if he unfollowed her once everybody else knew it was over, that makes sense. But if he announced it was over and he still kept her for another 4 months, I think that's interesting, because he seems to be very much like, once it's done, it's done. That's why he had that really funny interaction with Nicola, where Nicola's like, I think it's fine. It depends on the situation. Like, so she was fine with keeping somebody who was an ex in her life. And he's like, he had a judgy face. It was one of the few times that Luke looks judgy at her. Gaga75 said he unfollowed her when she went public with her new boyfriend. Was that right after the breakup or months after? Like, how close to the official announcement of the breakup did that happen, Gaga? Odette said, I'm late. I just had my 3-hour class. Oh, my word. Hopefully you can stay awake. I mean, unless it's still afternoon or something over where you're at. Alicia said the sound workers for the show were like, just turn up the music and let's call it a day. Okay, I have no choice. I probably should go down to the bottom now. Whenever it hits 99 plus new messages, I'm like, okay, I have no choice. I probably should go down instead. Okay, and Philip says, I guess I have trouble with the idea that the actors are dropping each other's names like this. I mean, I don't think it was intentional. I don't think it was intentional at all. But I mean, at the same time, I was like, I understand. Okay, here's the thing. I understand that lighting and all this stuff, right? But remember when in the carriage scene, right? He uses his right hand because Colin is right-handed. So when he asks consent and he goes up the dress, he uses his right hand. Now, when the chase scene happened, in the episode 5, he uses his left hand. But there's a good reason for it, right? It's like, well, like he has to hold himself up with his right hand. And then he can't use his left. I mean, he wouldn't be able to like use his left hand to hold, because then that would just block Nicola's face. That wouldn't be good camera-wise. But then it's not like they couldn't have done it differently where Colin's dominant hand could be used. Instead, they chose to use Luke's dominant hand in the scene, right? And then the Modiste scene, again, people are like, it is the lighting. That's the reason why he had to use his left hand again. And I'm like, but those two intimacy scenes, he used his actual dominant hand. Like, this is the same guy that talked about, like, if they would allow me to use my right hand for fencing, I would always win. But like, I mean, my left hand for fencing, I would do an amazing job, but I have to use my right hand because Colin is right-handed. So to me, it's like, it's a very odd choice to make him choose his non-dominant hand as a character for those two scenes. I get that there's reasoning for lighting and all that stuff, but I'm like, if you just want to keep on the fact that Colin's right-handed, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but I just felt like when he used his right hand, that was him in character. When he used his left hand, I mean, of course he's still in character. Don't get me wrong. He's still in character. He's still acting. But I'm just saying, I just thought that takes me out when I see that, because I'm like, that's Luke to me, because Luke is left-handed and Colin is not. But I know he's still acting, so don't be mad at me for saying that. But I that's just the way my brain works. I'm like, when that happened, I was like, he's still using his left hand. I mean, when the Modis thing happened, when I heard him say Nicola, and then I still saw him using his left, I was like, so it was very like, what's going on for me? Christy J said, I don't see the Hey Hermans in the black and white for women. Sarah Beth said he says I never call her Nicola when he slipped up. Yes, he says that, but I have heard him say Nicola. So it's not that he never says it. I think he prefers that he doesn't say it when he's talking to her or in her presence. But he definitely calls her Nicola. I mean, he called her Nicola in the Fallon show. I mean, typically he does not say it to her face. So I understand what people are saying. Like, they're like, well, why would he say it in this scene? But I do think it was just, he wasn't intending to say it. It was not in the script. So I don't think that he said Nicola because that was, I think that would just came out naturally for him, but it wasn't like intentional. It wasn't an intentional say her name. I think it just happened. In the same way that he said Nicola in that interview and corrected himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, when people are like, he never calls her Nicola. If he's being intentional about it because he knows she likes Nick better, he's gonna call her Nick, and and that is his nickname for her. But in the same way that he slipped up in that interview and said Nicola first, I can imagine him slipping up and saying Nicola in this scene because he wasn't even supposed to say anything at all because they were just making out. And Philip says, I feel like the intimacy coordinator would be like, we can't be doing this. Melinda says it's more intimate and sincere in the sense it's more rare for him. Yeah. Felicia said it is better to say her full name during intimate moments. Okay. Taco Bella said, does anyone know if any interviewers asked Luke and Nick's relationship status during the tour? Yes. I mean, a little bit. A little bit. I mean, that's why they always said they were friends, but they always would sidestep other questions. Like, they never fully shut the door, but they always said they were friends. You know what I mean? The Greenberg Brigade said, I just think that if he did accidentally say Nick, they would have reshot it. I mean, I'm sure they've done a lot of reshoots. Here's the thing, too. People said, why would they keep the version that had a slip up? One, they put music on top of it, so nobody could tell. But two, I said, what if that was genuinely the best take? Maybe the way they were kissing in that moment was genuinely the best take that they had. And why would they not use it simply because he slipped up saying that when they know that they're going to cover that up with music? Because the majority of the time, it's not like people thought, oh, people are going to remove the music. Like, people weren't doing that before. People just took what you gave them before. Now you have the capability to strip those things out. And like, now maybe they'll think twice about it. I really was honestly surprised that it was as simple as just stripping it out, and we could hear all of that stuff without, I thought they would, I don't know what's the process. I thought they could like find a way to block things so that people can't just strip it of the music, but I guess I was wrong, and just regular folks could do it if they have the right equipment. So I don't think that they literally were like, oh, we can't use this because he said this. I just think they were like, well, we have music playing on top of it. And nobody would, I mean, honestly, and if no one stripped of the music of it, none of us would even hear it. It's the only reason we heard is because it got stripped. But who would have done, I don't think people were thinking that people would go to that level to figure out what people were saying. Okay, so I got to go back down to the bottom, so I apologize for those that I don't get to read. Um, the Greenberg Brigade said he is pretty skilled with his right hand for someone who's left-handed. Um, okay, Gaga75 said, as per Tiff's vid, Jade and Luke apparently broke up October, November 2022. So, okay, so December, January, February, March. Okay, so that's the 4 months. Luke unfollowed Jade around March 2023. That was when it was officially announced. At least I thought it was officially announced they broke up. So the when it was officially announced that they broke up, that was also when Jade was seen with like that was also when Jade came out with her new boyfriend. Is that what happened? No, so no wonder it felt like it was very quick, but maybe it wasn't. Um, Angela said, it's like how my hubs calls me Angela to everyone, but if he called me Angela to my face, we beefing. Oh. Tam Spin said, I wish I could hear it. I mean, there is a specific time. I wish I could remember the timestamp that I had said to folks at that time. It was, oh gosh. I can't remember now. I would have to rewatch it to remember where it was there. It was right after, it's very close to after he said something like, thank you, Rochelle. He said something like, I love you too much. Or or maybe it was I love you. Something like that. I forgot what the statement was. And then they get to the door. And I can't remember if it was right after they got to the door and they started kissing or when exactly, but it's around that time frame. Sarah Beth said same like Penn versus Penelope. Yeah. Thank you, Dowsy49. Plus size cutie said, have you discussed the possible collab with Fenty and Nicola? No, I hadn't. I thank you for reminding me. I did want to talk about that. What did y'all think about that? Was there okay, Angela, good night, Baji. Good night, everyone. It's been a long day. Have fun. Have fun, Angela. I mean, I guess sleeping. You're saying have fun for us. I'm gonna be sleeping in like 30 minutes myself. So, good night. But what's y'all's thoughts about that? That whole conversation, was there a group of fans that just decided to start flooding with that mention? Or was that genuinely like just a natural thing where all of these folks started saying, hey, let's have them, do a collab? Was that, I guess basically my question is, did people just start naturally writing that? Or was there a campaign? Like, were there groups coming together and saying, hey, let's just put something on there? Oh, it's because Lauren said Nick started following and then Fenty followed Nick, Karen said. Okay, so there was a mutual following and people noticed. And that's why that gave people ideas. Okay, it was the fans. Okay. Okay, Shelly said, oh, I thought it was a TikTok campaign. Yeah, because I was like, it feels organic, but at the same time, like, also organically, like, maybe in a fan base that, like, said, hey, as a collective, let's start flooding this with potential idea of collaboration. I mean, that would be great, especially if it was before, like, a thing with, Luke and Nicola would be great. Yeah. God75 said it's been suggested to encourage a Luke-Nick collab as well. We have the power. And I mean, and the main account, whoever's running it, seems to be very open to that. The Greenberg Brigade said, I think they are trying to work something out. Fenty says she will hopefully do it. Yay. Lauren said Nick did start following the Skims people when she shot the campaign. Karen said, I saw today Luke and Nick were nominated for TV awards. Yeah, let me make a correction about that. So the National Television Awards, they had the long list. So the video I did talked about the long list where I was like, my word, there's 81 nominees. That I've never seen something that with 81 nominees. But apparently that was the long list. And that people could vote for that. And it ended in on May 31st. And so they're supposed to be announcing the short list this month sometime. And so I'm hoping that Luke and Nicola made it to the short list. So I actually don't even know if they are part of the short list out of those 81. I would think and hope that they would be, but it is a fan voted thing, and I don't know. Like, obviously, their fan base, or not their fan base, their like audience is there in London, like those places near London. I guess my guess. I don't know. UK. Um. Oh, I forgot. I was like, I don't want to. Ugh. Sorry, I was like, I don't want to show you how messy the back behind me is. So I was like, I'm trying to remove my charger. Okay, so then, um, the Greenberg Brigade said only one of them can win, though, right? Yes. If let's say they both made it through and they're both part of the short list, and I think someone said that you can still vote for them after, like once that announcement is made, and then the actual announcement of who the winner is will happen September 11. And people asked, like, is it on, where can you watch it? Like, when I Googled it, they said SYTV, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. I guess that must be something over there. But they also said it may be available in Prime. So I don't know also about that. Yeah, I hope, Melinda says, I hope they are on that short list. Me too. Um, because it would be great. But yeah, I wish there was some sort of duo category, because it kind of does suck to feel like, oh, you're gonna put two people who, their characters work together, uh and they're like in competition with each other. I wish that wasn't the case. Like, yeah, Kimura of a girl, like best couple, yeah. It would be nice if that was the case, to have something like that instead, because I'm like, I don't know. But okay, I guess, I mean, I hate to ask this question, but I kind of am intrigued to ask this question. Okay, Greenberg Brigade already read my mind. Who would you pick between them and why? Okay, so I'm going to put that link. I'm going to do that poll. If you would vote for Luke, choose red. If you would vote for Nicola, choose blue. And I'm going to tell you my reasoning. Okay, so if I was voting, which I cannot, I would choose red for Luke. And here's the main reason I would choose for Luke. Obviously, y'all know I love Nicola. But Luke has this amazing ability to do micro, somebody said it in my chat, or comments, but micro expressions, and it's so true. He has an ability to tell a story through his eyes. Like, no doubt, like, I am proud of Nicola. Nicola performed amazing. But when I'm talking about like slight nuances, like, Luke just killed his performance as Colin. I don't know if any, like, I think people underestimate like how powerful, like, that kind of like eye stuff, like that kind of work. But it looks like other folks also agreed with me and chose Luke as their choice. And again, I wish I didn't have to make a choice, but if I had to make a choice, that's who I would choose because of his eyes. Yeah, Kimura girl says something about his eyes tell a story. Totally. Shelly says, agree, his eyes are so expressive. B Nova said, I feel every emotion he's conveying just with his expression as Colin. Felicia said, I wish I could choose both. Yeah. I mean, and technically, I suppose you can't. I don't know what the rules are for all the voting as fans. You would have to go to that website and then sign up for like fan notices or something. Melinda says she has gained a lot of fame and he deserves some good award, especially as I say, face acting, etc. Yeah. Dowsey 49, the expressions, yeah. And Philip says, I feel like in part two his response were a little underplayed at times. I suppose he was a sad boy. I mean, it's I part two, yeah, he was a sad boy. I'm trying to remember the moments in part two. Like I mean I need to just replay it to remember, but I just, yeah. Beautiful Fairy said head tilt. Tam said I agree, and I think Nick would love for Luke to win. I think she would too. The Greenberg Brigade said Nick is amazing. Lukey should get it though. Teresita said Smolder killed me. Diana said both of their eyes during their wedding dance, but Nick looks so in love. Oh, that was, I remember the first time I watched the wedding dance. Okay, hold on, another one. LMAO, when you said his eyes, I think about his awkward wink to the ladies of the ton. Love him though. Yeah. Maybe not that one. But yeah, I hear you. But no, I do remember the first time seeing that wedding dance, and I was like, oh, like I could feel the intensity in that dance. And I was like, wow, like I felt, it felt really intimate, to be honest. Kimura girl said, I think Nick would vote for him too. She loves him. Yeah. Marie said, I agree. I choose Luke. His eyes convey so much without talking. I agree. And Philip says, but I love Nick's micro expression during the Modi scene, an emotion that is unexpected but fits. Yeah. Kathy K23 said acting by both was outstanding. Melinda said I would definitely vote both if possible, but his emotion though, geez. Elliot said Luke's performance did very well this season, totally, but still voting for Nicola though. And Philip says, Luke gives it a lot of emotion, but I never saw something unexpected per se. Just a good job. LOL. I mean, yeah, there is, I think people bring in who they are, in their acting. Like people always say, oh, like if you watch an actor enough, the person will, have certain mannerisms that's just theirs. And I think the reason that Luke is so, Colin's character is so expressive with his eyes is because Luke is as well in real life. That's why I think when we see how he interacts with certain folks, we're like, it's just different because his eyes say a lot. Susan said when he cried during the whistle down reveal, it broke my heart. Town Spent said, didn't Luke say that the wink gave him an ick feeling? Not him. It was I believe I could be wrong, but I believe it was in Australia. According to the Ireland video that they did, he brings it up to Nicola, and I think he mentions that it happened in Australia, where it wasn't explicitly stated, but it makes me think that during a meet and greet or during one of those like question and answer time, someone mentions that they got the ick, and that really did hurt his feelings. Like you could tell that it hurt his feelings, like that took him aback. Like obviously he plays it off later on saying like, he did play it off at times saying like, oh, it was supposed to give you the ick, but in that interview in Ireland, it shows that he actually was really hurt by that comment. Melinda said, both give me some butterflies. Diana said, OMG, all his crying was blown away, how he gets into his character. Tori has opinion, said, what good am I to you? It's the line and moment that breaks me. Yeah, I really did like that moment too. Elliot said, I really love Luke's performance for real, but if I was to choose one, I got to vote for my girl. Yeah, Maria said, just look at them during the press tour. Their eyes gave it all away. Okay, Lauren said it was the journalist in Australia. Oh, he was a journalist. Oh, it's sad. Elliot said it was said that the second leg of voting, you can only vote once. Okay. But so were people allowed to vote more than once in the first leg of voting? The Greenberg Brigade said, yeah, he's a sensitive boy. Gaga 75 said his jaw movement in the carriage scene when he decides they are getting married. Oh, yeah. That's a really good one where you could, when you replay the carriage scene, you can see the moment he decides, okay, I'm going to propose. Like there's not a question in my mind. I'm going to do this. You see that. He doesn't need to say it. Well, he does say it, when he gets out of the carriage, but you see that thought pattern. You see his brain like percolating with a thought. through his eyes and through his jaw movement, through all of the facial work that he does. Um, and Philip said, yes, he said he told the director, I feel creepy. And they were like, no, it's good. They set him up. You know, sometimes, M. Phillips, I'm like, maybe one day, if you're open to it, like, you should consider being a guest one of these days. Because I feel like you've got to be funny. You and Rena, I feel like, would crack me up. I have a feeling. Like, just if you both convey, like, verbally the way you communicate, like when you're typing, like if that like energy is there, like I'm like, y'all are probably both really hilarious, because you're hilarious in text, to me at least. Maria said, I think it hurt him because he is so not that. Yeah. Elliot said, people resonating on Luke's performance really shows the greatness of Luke's talent. Totally. Retta Lou said, a writer on Tumblr said they saw them in person twice and Luke looks so in love with Nicola. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? Tanya C said it was that slight nod he gave. Like, yes, I'm doing this. Absolutely. Diana said his eyes darkened. Literally Luke in the carriage. Yeah. Elliot said, first voting, you can vote 10 artists, but I'm not sure how many artists will be included for the short list. That's very interesting. Yeah, because I was like, when I saw the 81, I was like, dang. How do you expect to vote out of 81 people? But it's good to know that they did create a shorter list, because I'm like, that's a lot. Karina said carriage scene when Penn says, but they're friends, you know? We're friends. Oh, my word. Okay, sorry. TikTok is asking me to verify that I'm still here. I don't know why they always think I'm inactive when I'm doing a live. They're like, chest checking. Are you still here? Yes, I am. And Philip says, why, thank you. I'm more of a writer than a speaker. LOL. See, that's why I'm like, I don't know. Like, sometimes people are like, nah, I like this medium better. But, like, yeah, you got me laughing. Kimura Girl said, are you still doing your live tomorrow? Yes, at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And Ronnie will join me as, I mean, she's going to be like a co-hosty person with me on it. But I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do it. Like what categories. People have sent me some to work with right now, which people have some great ones. But then I was replaying the live like from 2 days ago. And I don't know if it was actually you, M. Phillips, or it was someone else now that I can't remember off the top of my head. But it was like the suggestion of like, we should do ones that were like the funniest or the flirtiest or the, you know, as categories, like the funniest, the flirtiest, the whatever. And maybe we could do that with like the categories that Ronnie suggested of like radio shows, red carpets, TV interviews, those kinds. We could, sorry, I just heard a sound. We could have those be the categories, but the subcategories could be like the funniest radio interview with Luke, or the flirtiest radio interview with Luke, or the flirtiest carpet moment, you know, one of those things. Tegan Pete said, I just kept voting for both. LOL. Hopefully it helped them make the short list. Hopefully, yeah. We'll find out. Good night, Susan. Tam Spin said, I wish there was men category and women category. You know, though, I kind of appreciate that they didn't do that. I don't know why, because I kind of did appreciate it. But I just, the only reason I was bummed is I just didn't want them to be in competition with each other. Kimura Girl said, did you get my list? Yes. Yes, I got your DM of options. And I'm not 100% sure like how I'm going to actually do it. I might not even know for sure until I'm there. But it is nice to have like a starting point. Potentially. So I'll still be with y'all for another like 16 minutes, and then I'll let y'all sleep if you need to sleep. Yeah. Tanya C. Oh dang, I'll be back to school night with my kids around that time tomorrow. We'll have I'll upload the live onto the YouTube, onto YouTube, so you can listen to it later on if you would like. Shelly said best kiss. Oh, I mean, we could do. We were doing just Luke stuff, but we could do a Colin one. Did you subscribe? Thank you so much for subscribing. Wait, thank you, Susan, for subscribing. That's so awesome. Thank you. Okay. What do we have? But best kiss, yeah. So, I mean, we only have, like, we could do that if it was Colin and Penelope. Because, unfortunately, we don't have that in real life. Unless we're, like, the best practice kiss. Which we did not see. And Philip says, yeah, I suggested categories, and Ronnie backed it up with some extras. Elliot said, will you be including Luke's fashion style? I need to be better at figuring out how to do, like, when people are showing stuff in the background, like grabbing things, maybe I need to create a folder. Maybe that's what I need to do. I think you just, Elliot, you just made me think about maybe I need to create a folder, and I'll just grab and say, okay, this is under funniest, this is under flirtiest, this is under radio interview, or whatever it might be. Diana's, but Luke's fashion style. I mean, I could just grab random pictures and say, which one do y'all like more? Which one wins? We could do a bunch of polls, I suppose. I wasn't planning on putting Luke's fashion style, but I could potentially, like, the fashion style during, or maybe even, like, they're the best matching outfits that they've had. I don't know. But anyways, Diana said the flirtiest interview was Luke in the Vogue tweet compliments they read to each other. I love how he did a little bit of a double take, or a little smile, mischievous smile with the Roman Empire one right before he started reading it. Like, yeah, he was enjoying the view. Not that it wasn't a view he's not seen before, but because he tends to look a lot. Gaga75 said the best almost kiss. Yeah. Well, we know which is the best almost kiss. I think, right? It's probably the Brazil one, I would guess. Though sometimes I'm like, the live stream that they did when they were basically sitting on top of each other, and she turned around and said, "We did it," or something like that. Like, they were so close that I was like, if Luke turned around, like, they would have kissed. Because she was so close. They were so close. Like, literally. Elliot said, best professional kiss practice. Tanya C, no real kiss yet. LOL. The Green Bird Brigade said, oh my gosh, I would pay good money to see that practice kiss. $255. And that's probably cheap for that. But, Diana said, anything with a tank top. Anything with a tank top. What was that in response to? And Philip says that. I said the paddles was most flirty. I mean, it's a real, yeah. It was definitely a different energy in Italy, I will say. Julie 2000, hello po. Hello. Kumusta? Elliot said Brazil best almost kiss, and the IKEA Valentine promo. Is that the one where it's like, this one could take an intimacy scene? And Phyllis says, OMG, the sitting on top of each other is always too much. Teresita said, he's a Lukey Luke. And Phillips, best close proximity, Italy when he steps behind her, or the live when they are on the couch. Oh, best close proximity, that is a good one. Because, I do think I like that one. Because it's true. And there's different reasons why either one of those could win from each other. Yeah, no, that could be a good one. Best photo shoot? Even? That could be, Yeah, that's good stuff too. Mm, maybe I should have thought this through because then it's like I might not be. Sometimes I could just describe things and people already know, you know, because we're all obsessed enough. We're all obsessed enough that we know by just description what we're talking about. But sometimes it is helpful to have like a visual. And that's why I'm like, maybe I need to take some time to like save some stuff so that I could pull it up. But I can't promise I can pull up everything. So I might just save a few things to be able to show. Araceli said, hola, hola, hola. Miss Candlestick says, IMDb interview when they were asked about Princess Diaries. Oh, okay. Because at first I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but you're talking about the hand, the disappear, like that. Where did the hand go? And it seemed like is that the one where it looks like he may have pinched her butt again, or at least put his hand on her butt because she repeated herself. She was like, oh, oh. Which I was like, I've seen that face before, and that was when we thought he pinched her butt the first time when they were basically sitting on top of each other. The Green Bird Brigade said him pressing his chest on her through the Australia interview where they are standing. Him pressing his chest on her through the Australia interview. Is this the one? Is this the one where he pulls her in? Because he's like, somebody came up and he just pulls her in even more. Yeah. Maybe that's the one. Tanya, see the table build? Yes, it makes me hope for a sturdy table in season 4. Karina, the raincoat photo shoot. Oh, okay. Is that the town and country or something? I forget, right? Karen said best stare. Ooh. These are all really good. These are all really good. I feel like one of my favorite stares, I can't describe it well, but he was standing, I think he was wearing some tan outfit, and he's doing his normal head tilt as he's watching her. And maybe she was just getting some makeup done or something. It was no reason to necessarily be looking at her at that moment, but he just was. Let's see here. Elliot says best haircut. Oh, I mean, maybe. Because honestly, like, Luke always looks different to me. Every single photo, he does not look the same to me. I'm like his basic face is the same, but for some reason, it always looks different to me. And it could be his hair. It could be something else. Okay, 8 more minutes. And I'm actually starting to feel myself fade away. So I'm probably not going to upload this video until tomorrow morning-ish or afternoon-ish because I'm tired. I don't want to sleep. Oh, I should. I don't know if you yawned because I yawned because it's contagious. Maria said the photo shoot where they're both in trench coats where they just stared at one another's eyes. Yes. Yeah, pinch user with a lot of numbers behind it said pinching, yes. Rena said they said the fandom is unhinged, but thinking of the press tour, mom and dad were so unhinged first. So true. We just followed suit. The Greenbird Brigade said he did that so he could put his arm around her. Yeah, for sure. Diana, best in sync moment. That's a good one. That's a good one. What is the best in sync moment? I mean, they were really in sync in the live stream where they were basically sitting on top of each other. They had a lot of in sync moments there. The one that always like blows my mind is the one where they both shake their foot. Cause I'm like, how did you know? Oh, Diana said best head thrown back laugh when he laughs at Nick joke. Oh, it's true. Oh my word. That's also another good one because he does and that shows a lot of trust. They always say you do not throw your neck back in laughter with people you don't trust. Because it's the most exposed, they can, I mean, I don't know why I did that. Oh, hopefully TikTok will not ban. But I mean, I just meant Dang it. Like, but I'm just saying when people laugh, they throw their head back. Um, um, I gotta go to the bottom. Um, the Greenberg Brigade said, the Zendaya laugh. That's true. Uh, Elliot Bridgerton says, best jealous moments. Ooh, I feel like the best jealous moment for me. Oh, well, no, there's a lot of good ones. Ooh, that's really good. Oh, I should have been writing this stuff down, but best jealous moment. I mean, a part of me is like, oh, the Ryan Gosling one obviously stands out, but then I keep thinking about the Lord Debling one with the whole crew because his face just automatically. I'm like, why are you making that face? You're no longer acting. There's no reason for you to look this mad. And like just watching the interviewer being like, like she noticed it. Other people noticed it. They're like, wow, like why is this man being this way? So I feel like best jealous moments. Oh, it's so good. That's a good one. Um Tanya, see, my eyes are fighting to stay open. Same Z's. I hope I'll catch some of the live tomorrow. Hopefully. Um I agree. Lady underscore Cove said best stare is in Brazil when he doesn't stop looking at Nick while grabbing the microphone. I think that's my favorite stare as well because it was like intense. It's actually quite like attractive the way he did it. Kim Morova girl said good night. Bye, Phoebe. Bye. Have a great night. I'll be at live tomorrow. Don't forget to rewatch season 3. Yes, folks, don't forget to rewatch season 3. Oh, and Philip says best Luke lip rub. That's another good one. Lauren says, do you have a category of most unhinged things said? Maybe I'm just going to, like, in the Nicola Super Bowl, we based it off of, like, the countries and all that stuff to like focus it, but like I feel like just the categories itself might be enough for this one, just because I'm like, I don't care where the answer comes from. We should just have answers, and yeah, because oh my word, these are all really good categories, y'all. So I wish I was writing them down, but I did not. But of course I can listen to this and write it down, but like. My live tomorrow is at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which doesn't give me much time because I'm adulting until 5:30 p.m. So it just gives me like 30 minutes, but not really, probably less than 30 minutes. Diana said, "OMG, when they're blind eating snacks and they're in sync." Oh yes, that's a really good in sync one. They put their napkins on their. How did they do that? Blindfolded. It was just wild to me. That was a wild one to me. But also the fact that when he was sniffing, she thought it was like, she's like, it was like, she remembered that sound because she's like, Rena said Mia did a breakdown of the Luke Thompson one where Luke was fuming. Yes. Is it the one where she's like looking in his, she goes over, she looks at his eyes to check what color it is, and Luke says, yep, it looks blue from here. From here. Don't need to be going over there to check it out so closely to his eyes. Yeah, Felicia said, I don't understand how they can be so in sync while blindfolded. That always gets me. So true. And they both don't have the same dominant hand. Somebody brought that up, and it's true. So for them to like not even be, they both don't even have the same dominant hand, but like both like just did it in sync. It's like wild. Yeah, the Greenberg Brigade, the Jamie Dornan one was good. His wow cracked me up. He's like, wow. And I'm like, why are you like this? Why are you like this, Luke? Don't stop. But why are you like this? Belinda's, yes, microphone grab equals best stare. Yeah. Rena said that mic grab was so unnecessary. Oh, yeah. But I'm glad that he did it. Champ said best Luke stare. Yes. Jenny was like, I like the one in Brazil when they were in a bar and he was looking when she's not. The one in Brazil when he's looking and she's not. I don't know if I know that one. Okay. Oh, I just realized I said ending it at 11:30. Okay. Diana said best. Ooh, there's another good one. Best Luke slip up. He's always exposing them and Nick saving him. Like the one where he does say Nick and stops and says Colin and Penn. That one was really good. Felicia said he definitely has more than just professional jealousy. Definitely. Oh my word, y'all are so, like, these are such good categories. I mean, I feel like I don't need to have the pictures. Like, we literally could just go, we're going to go with this one, and then people will just throw ideas out, and then we'll just pull it up, I think, at this point. Because, like, these are all good, and everybody knows. Gaga75 said, what time do the new Netflix figures come out? We'll find out at noon, my time, noon Pacific Standard Time. So, I'll try to remember to look, like, be intentional about looking around noon to see. I hope, like, we needed 2.1 million views to keep on pace to try to pass season 1. So we will probably still stay at number 6. We're going to be at number 6 for a while, but as long as we're hitting like a 2.1. Sorry, I heard something and I was like, what is that? Okay, well, anyways, I gotta go to sleep. I'll see y'all later tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time if you're able to make it. If not, you can watch it on YouTube. All right, bye, everyone. Oh, my word. What is that sound?